Assalamu alaikum friends and welcome to Lore of English Literature YouTube channel. Today we will discuss 20 important MCQs of English literature. Well, this is the third video on this series. First two videos are already being uploaded on the channel. So without wasting any time, let's begin our today's topic. Who wrote the first sonnet sequence in English literature? First option Spenser, second option Philip Sidney, third option Shakespeare. Well, it was Philip Sidney who wrote the first sonnet sequence, and it is called Astrophil and Stella, and he had written it for her beloved Lady Penelope. Second MCQ is that Keats was inspired from. Keats was inspired from Spenser. Spenser was a poet whose poetry constitutes beauty, and same is the case with Keats' poetry as well. Romantic age started with lyrical ballads in 1789, 1786, 1798. So Romantic age started in 1798, and this was the year when Samuel Taylor Coleridge and William Wordsworth published the lyrical ballads, and with that publication the Romantic age was officially started in English literature. Which poet is called the peasant poet? uh, William Blake, Robert Burns, William Wordsworth. Well, Robert Burns is known as peasant poet, and he is also called the national poet of Scotland. Vindication of the Rights of Women was written by Mary Shelley, Mary Smith, Mary Wollstonecraft. It was an early feminist work, and it was written by Mary Wollstonecraft. P.B. Shelley visualizes which word in his poetry: realistic, utopian, or ugly? Shelley dreams of a utopian world in his poetry. So over here, B option is the correct one. Coleridge was addicted to opium, heroin, or cocaine. Coleridge was addicted to opium. In those times, opium was used as a painkiller. Kubla Khan was written by Coleridge after a meeting, dream, or visiting a kingdom. Uh, yes, it is correct that uh, Kubla Khan was written after a dream. Coleridge saw a dream, and whatever he saw, he wrote in that poem. But unfortunately, the poem remained incomplete as a lawyer came to meet Coleridge, and after that, the dream vanished. Restoration age began in 1660 after the accession of King Charles II. King Charles I married Queen. So King Charles II came to power in 1660, and it was the year when Restoration age started. Which philosopher influenced Coleridge? Coleridge was inspired from Kant. So over here, A option is the correct one. Which poet described the poetry as spontaneous overflow of powerful feelings? John Keats, William Wordsworth, or Shelley? William Wordsworth gave this famous definition of poetry in lyrical ballads, and this definition became the motto of Romantic age. Which work shows the frivolity of fashionable London? Gulliver Travels, The Rape of the Lock, or Orinoco? It was The Rape of the Lock which showed the picture of ugly fashionable world of London, and it was written by Alexander Pope. Who is the famous poet of Restoration age? John Dryden, Alexander Pope, or John Milton? John Dryden is the famous poet of Restoration age. His famous works are Moll Flanders, Absalom, and Achitophel. Who was the Latin secretary of Oliver Cromwell? John Milton, Alexander Pope, George Herbert. It was John Milton who was the Latin secretary of Cromwell, and he was also the right hand of Oliver Cromwell. In which year Queen Anne took the throne? 1702, 1704, 1706. Queen Anne came to power in 1702, and she died in 1714. Book The Origin of Species came in 1860, 1867, or 1859. This book was written by Charles Darwin, and it came out in 1859. Alexander Pope was a Catholic, Protestant, or Puritan. Alexander Pope was a Catholic, so over here A is the correct option. Which writer was a misanthropic? Jonathan Swift, Alexander Pope, or T.M. Scout? Jonathan Swift is regarded as a hater of humanity and a misanthropic. Who wrote the biography Life of John Skelton, Catherine Phillips, Isaac Walton? So Isaac Walton was the one who wrote the Life of Donne. It was an biographical work. Which doctrine says that all knowledge is derived from experience? Impressionism, empiricism, or expressionism? Well, empiricism says that knowledge comes from experience. So over here B is the correct option. With this, I have come to the end. Thank you so much for watching this video.